Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you records that I have multiple copies of and I've put them to the test. You know, these are records that came out at different years. They've been remastered by different people and I'm just going to give my opinions on out of the records I have, which ones I think sound the best. My husband listened to some of them and he has some opinions that are pretty surprising. And that's what this video is going to be, just which pressing that I have in my personal collection of some of the best records sound the best on my turntable. You know, this is just my opinion. These are just my ears, my stereo equipment. So, you know, we may disagree on which record sounds the best, but I'm just sharing my opinion and I want you to share your thoughts below in the comments. And also, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. It really does help my channel and I would really appreciate your support. So let's go ahead and start talking about the records, and please stay tuned till the end. I've got a surprise that I think you'll be really happy with in the end of this video. So let's talk about what is currently my favorite album of all time. You know, Abbey Road about a year ago was my favorite, but it does change. And as of right now, this is my favorite album of all time. And everybody knows it. It is Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. And I have 3 different copies of this album. I did have 4, but I did sell one. It was a Swedish press that had a lot of clicks and pops, and I did sell that one. But this is a really cool version that you can find at just about any store. I think even Walmart carries this particular pressing of this. It's remastered by Bernie Grundman, James Guthrie, and Joe Plante. And it's a very good, solid pressing. It's got really nice, quiet vinyl, and they did a great job. And if you're wanting to have this album, I would say buy this new one over a used copy. There are a lot of quiet passages on this record and you really need it to be clean. So I like this one, and my husband and I gave it a really good listen. There was a part of it, we had just gotten a new place to put our stereo equipment on, and we started hearing a click and we both kind of looked at each other. We're like, is that the stereo equipment or the record? So that kind of left us up in the air when we were listening to this one. But if you need this record, I highly recommend this. This is good. And I would have kept that one and been happy. However, it wasn't a week or 2 after I bought that particular copy, I went into my local record store that sadly isn't here anymore. And he had this. And he priced it out at $40. I couldn't pass it up. Even though I had just bought that version of it, I wanted this really, really badly. So I bought this. This is the original master recording by Mobile Fidelity of Dark Side of the Moon. And you know how I was talking about we couldn't tell whether the stereo equipment was clicking for some reason or if it was the record? This made it loud and clear. It was the record. The clarity on this album is superb. The vinyl is dead silent. That one's quiet. This one is dead silent. And the passages through, just amazing sound. Very clear, well defined. The separation of the instruments is amazing. I mean, I cannot tell you how wonderful and how pleased I am with this record. And my husband says this is his very favorite. He listened to all 3 that I'm going to show on here. My husband said to him and his ears, this was the best sounding pressing of this album. So, you know, that is really great. I'm so happy to have those records. And then when we were in Colorado last fall, I stumbled across another one and I could not pass it up. This is the 2003 30th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon. I was in a record store. It was a store called Absolute Vinyl in Colorado, and the owner of the store said this record, this pressing will knock your socks off. It is fabulous. I had been wanting, and I was very curious about the 30th anniversary version of it because I love this album so much. And I ended up buying it. And when we listened to all three of them, like I said, my husband liked the mobile Fidelity original master recording of it. I gotta say, this one is my favorite. I thought it was so clear and beautiful. It hit me the right way. My favorite part of this whole album is actually very early on when it goes in from Breathe in the Air and On the Run. Oh my goodness, it's so fabulous. All of that, just so many different sounds, and it's so clear and sharp on this pressing. You hear every single detail. So, you know what? Here's the weird part. Two different people listening on the same listen on the same equipment couldn't agree on which one they liked the best. So that tells you right there how subjective it really is. But you know what? I am thrilled to have this one. And since it's my channel and I'm making the video, I declare this one the winner. The 30th anniversary of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon is killer, amazing. All three of these records you can find and buy. Obviously, the first one I showed is readily available, and all three of them are great. No complaints about either one of those. Now I'm going to move on to a jazz record, and I'm going to be comparing and talking about Art Blakey's and the Jazz Messengers' Moanin'. This is one of the first jazz records I ever bought. I saw this on Amazon. It was $12. And it is by a company, Jazz Images. I didn't know anything about them. I didn't really know a lot about jazz yet. But, you know, I got it. I listened to it. I was happy with it. And it comes on a really nice gatefold. You know, the cover, the album cover is superb. I thought it was weird that the original art is not on here. But you know, I think when you're dealing with some of these other labels, they don't use the original artwork, which I find weird. You know, so I always thought this was a decent sounding record. I wasn't like blown away or anything, but I thought, you know, it's clean, it sounds good, I'm happy. But you know what? Blue Note has been reissuing this classic vinyl series, and I've been trying to pick up every single one of them. So this is the Blue Note classic vinyl series version of Moanin' by Art Blakey and the Messengers. So right away you see we've got two different covers for the same album. This is the original cover, and this is the one that should be on here. Now I'm not getting that really nice gatefold cover, but I am getting a really nice record. And this one does sound better. You know, between the two, when I did the comparison, this one has more life in it. It just sounds richer and deeper, probably because this is probably a digital source. I don't know that for sure, but I think it's probably a digital source. I think so. This is an analog source. It's just a fabulous one done by Kevin Gray. So, I mean, you know, $12 versus $24.99. I think this is worth the extra $10 or whatever, you know, $12. And also, you're getting one straight from Blue Note, and you're getting the analog straight from the analog tape. So I really do like this one. You know, I don't know about the Jazz Images brand. I can't say anything horrible about it. It wasn't that it sounded terrible. I'm just not really sure how legit that company is, and I love having this one, and I love having the original cover. So for that one, the Blue Note Classic Series wins. Now I want to talk about Kiss, and a lot of people have been saying that the 2014 reissues sound better than the originals. I believe these were remastered. That's what I've been able to tell by my research. I wanted to put it to the test. I have got 3 copies of this record. This is their debut album. I've got a second pressing. I don't have a first pressing yet. I would love to have one someday. This is a Japanese pressing from 1980. And I bought this because it was about $9 one day on Amazon. I was like, yeah, I'll buy this one. It's the 2014 reissue, and I assume is remastered. So I put these to the test. I immediately put on the second pressing, and you know what? This is an old record, so like me, it's got some clicks and pops. But you know what? Not really where the music is concerned. I really thought that it sounded pretty decent. I don't think this is a great sounding record to begin with. This was their first record. I don't know that the production quality was that great to begin with, so you know, I guess my biggest complaint on this original is when I was listening to it, you know, if I'm imagining Kiss is on a stage, instead of Paul Stanley when he sings Strutter being out front, it's like he's kind of behind the rest of the band. His vocal isn't as prominent on a lot of these songs. Then it's not where I want it to be anyway, because I think Paul Stanley is one of the best rock and roll singers of all time. I do think Peter and Gene sound pretty good on here. You know, overall, for what it is, it's a decent sounding record. And now this one is, like I said, the 1980 Japanese version, and it is clean, it is polished, it is more pristine, but is that really what we want from Kiss? No, this is much more raw, and I just think I like this second pressing better than this Japanese record. Now, I think that's cool. I love the obi on here. I really like Japanese pressings, and as far as when you first put a record on, sometimes when it's an older record, you know, you might not hear a lot of clicks once the music starts, but at the very beginning you might hear a few little things. It's pretty prominent on the second pressing, not on this one. It is quiet and smooth. It glides like a swan on water. But you know what? That's not really what you want from Kiss when it comes to the music. So this is a great record. It's cool to look at. It sounds good. I'm not saying it's a horrible pressing. But anyway, then after that, I put on this one. This is the 2014 reissue 180-gram audiophile vinyl. It is the first U.S. vinyl pressing since 1985. And like I said, I think I paid $9 for it on Amazon. This is the winner. I was really shocked. I mean, I heard people say that those 2014 reissues were better, but this was proof for me. Immediately, those drums on Strutter are more vibrant and alive, and the voice, Paul, sounds a little closer to the front of the stage on this one. And of course, Peter, oh my gosh, his vocals are so fantastic. I love Peter Criss's vocals. I think he was a fabulous singer. I love Paul Stanley too, and Gene's cool. I like Gene. They all sound really good on this one. And like I said, I don't think any of these records, if you get used to Mobile Fidelity records or these audiophile jazz records, these Kiss records, especially these early ones, aren't going to blow you away, but it sounds pretty good. And finally, I'm going to ask the question, is Mobile Fidelity as good as it used to be? Because I have a really cool way of testing that. I am talking about Breakfast in America by Supertramp. This version came out back in 1982, and I found this one when I was in Colorado last fall. It sounds really good. I had an original that I thought sounded pretty good too. I think this sounds really nice. It's very clean. The vinyl is pristine. You know, just very, very quiet pressings. And, you know, maybe not everybody loves those 80s versions of the Mobile Fidelity records, but that vinyl is quiet and you hear nothing but the music. And I think it's a really good sounding one. And here is what you get for the 1982 version. It's just a record, does not have a gatefold. Here's the back. The record's pretty cool. I believe it's one of those, yes, it's one of those on that super vinyl that you can just see straight through. So that's, I think, really cool. And honestly, when I see that, usually the record just sounds amazing, and you just don't hear any vinyl surface noise with that. Well, here is what came out in 2018. This is the new Supertramp Mobile Fidelity record, and oh my goodness, it's so nice. Comes with a gatefold, beautiful. It is a heavier cardstock for the album cover, so you're getting a really nice one with the gold foil. My copy is number 9308, so obviously these aren't very limited. This one, hands down, the best sounding, blows the others away. Even though I think that the 1982 version sounds good, they definitely improved on that. So I think mobile Fidelity is heading in the right direction. I've been very pleased with what I've been buying lately. So if you're still watching the video, thank you so much for watching the entire video, and I have got a surprise giveaway for you. If you're a US citizen, you can have a chance to win some Vinyl Vac products. I use Vinyl Vac. I love the results I get, and the Vinyl Vac is a really good, deep, wet cleaning for your records. And you use this product, this is the Vinyl Vac Concentrate Cleaner. You use this with a purified water that you buy in a store, and this will last a very long time. It is alcohol free, and it does a fantastic job of cleaning your records. And you use also this wand attached to a shop vac. And what it does with that deep wet clean, you're able to get all of that dirt and grime and just everything that's been there for the records. You know, some of these records we listen to are 30, 40, 50 years old. This suctions all that old grime out of the grooves, and I've had such tremendous results from that. Sometimes I've had records with so many clicks and pops, and I have used the Vinyl Vac on it, and I've noticed either a reduction or just a completely changing the sound quality of that record. And so I'm doing a giveaway, and I apologize to people who do not live in the United States. I hope to do a giveaway for you sometime soon. But if you are the first 25 people to comment on this video, Ron from Vinyl Vac will be sending you a couple of goodies. And I chose, because I really love them, his concentrated cleaner. I think it does a fabulous job. And of course the wand. I'm going to be leaving the link for the Vinyl Vac so that you can see everything you need to use the Vinyl Vac. This is the wand. It's going to be a part of the giveaway. Please watch the videos. You will need your own platter as a way to clean the records. But anyway, concentrated cleaner and the wand that you attach to the shop vac are going to be in the giveaway. If you're the first 25 people to watch this video, put in your comments Vinyl Vac giveaway. I will enter you into a drawing, and I will make that drawing next week. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Take care. Bye-bye.